3 tieflings, a dragonborn, a half-elf, an Asamaran, and a... Noblark? Oh, and a human. Is it just me? Or are there too many rare races in this party? Let's talk about that. Oh my god, I have an intro! Oh my god, I have an intro. I can't believe I actually have that now. Thank you, Salvador, my amazing editor, for doing that. But, on to the main topic at hand. As I said before, that was actually a party prompt from my last game I ran at the D&D club that I have at Saddleback College. And I've got to be honest, it kind of made me realize a few odd things. It's really hard for a player or for a DM to justify a party composition like that. If you think about it, here you are in a fantasy universe where humans, as usual, as it says in the 5th edition handbook, are the most common race in the actual game. And yet there's an odd problem, now isn't there? You might come in and, you know, you're a box standard human ranger, you've come in, you got a pretty standard backstory, and then all of a sudden, you're in the tavern, and then you meet up with the party, and you kind of flinch a little bit. You've got your half-elf, yes, I am so emo character on the left corner. You got your tiefling. No, wait, that's 3 tieflings over there. A dragonborn, an Asamaran, a Gnoblar, and of course, there's always going to be somebody playing some other race that is so obscure. A Genasi, maybe, or perhaps a Goliath, or an Orc, or the list goes on. Sometimes you don't even notice it, but if you look into the handbooks, these races, half-elves, elves, Genasi, tieflings, dragonborns, and so much more, and I'm not even getting into the expanded races put in there by Xanth's Guide to Everything. Yet these races are so rare. A tiefling you might see twice in your life, according to the 5th edition handbook. An Asamaran is literally a fallen entity from the celestial planes. A Genasi, which I didn't have in this party, thank God, but I knew players that wanted to play them, are literal beings from other planes of existence. Half-elves are supposed to be rare, and Dragonborn? They're supposed to be an ancient race that is dwindling, almost. How can I justify a party composition like that? I mean, it's not possible, is it? All of these rare things just so happening to meet up at the right place, the right time, and you know, they all are just so happen to, you know, let's go on an adventure. The thing is, you can justify that quite easily, because it already has happened in our own world. And that's the incredible thing. Let me explain. In our own world, we had several of these quote-unquote rare races running around. 2 very prominent examples in medieval Europe were the Gypsies and the Jewish community. Now, very much like in D&D, and how they don't really like tieflings, and they don't really like these sort of magical people, the Gypsies and Jewish community often were asked to leave from center society. Now, I'm not saying that Jewish people and that the Gypsy communities did not occasionally settle down in a single location. This did happen, but this was more of a rarity than the commonality. The exception, as I would say. So then, would it not make sense that many of these tiefling and other lesser common races would tend to band together if they were not liked by society? And in banding together, would they not start to begin to find others similar to them? Other rare races that were kind of rejected from society? Because think about it. It does say in the 5th edition handbook that the half-elves don't really fit into either human or elven society. It does say also in the 5th edition handbook that tieflings almost all are not welcome in your game. It's also noted that Dragonborn are treated with suspicion in your game. Asamarin and Genasi, although might be taken in with wonder, I don't think many people would be comfortable with something like them living in their community. Elves might be treated with suspicion, but nothing more in a human community. Dwarves, humans, gnomes, and halflings, well, there might be some tensions between the halflings and the gnomes and humans, but generally they, in most fantasy lore, and additionally in the 5th edition handbook and other references I've used, they tend to get along decently well. So that leaves us with the people on the outside. What about them? Why can I justify having a party composed of mostly them? Well, I already said it before. They band together. In history, you'd find large groups of gypsies wandering across Europe. You'd find Jewish communities that would band together, work together, because that's all they had. So, would it not make sense that, yes, I might not know you very well, but you're the same species as me, you're the same race as me? Can I not give you a bit of my trust for that? Because we've both been through the same experiences. We have both been persecuted by society. We have both been rejected by society to a degree. So they would naturally, in a way, gravitate towards one another. And as for how they would meet, it's quite simple. In all honesty, it's likely they met the same way many Jewish or gypsy communities would meet. They would look for each other actively. And this is how we can justify this. It would make sense that these minority races, rejected by society, would join up in adventuring groups. They would help each other. Because you can't really hold down your own job in a city. So, the next best option, and probably the most profitable one available to you, is mercenary work. Or adventuring, if you want to call it that. You join up, you go on adventures with other people, and provided you have skills and are brave enough, you can make a decent profit. And eventually, you have the one major thing that many of your race or society are missing. Companionship. Put this all together, and you have a perfect story. A perfect ability to justify why these minority groups are meeting up and working together. I hope this helps some player or DM out there when they're trying to explain why or how this works. And I hope that I have helped your story just a little bit more. My name is Michael. This is my channel, The Natural One, and I hope to see you next time in the next video. Have a good day.